Graphene Solar Window Film by Lance Briley, Andrew Fowler, Samantha Sanders, and Katie Smith. We will start by explaining our problem statement, then our solution, our strategic partners, competitors, competitive advantage, market, costs, financial projections, and finally, a summary. The problem. There is a global push for renewable and sustainable energy in the marketplace. Currently, solar power is the most popular form of sustainable energy used. However, solar power costs a minimum of $15,000, produces power at 15% efficiency, and it needs to be replaced every 10 to 15 years and requires a lot of space. Our solution, graphene solar window film. Our film is only 1 atom thick, making it completely transparent. We attach it to a clear adhesive that is used to attach the film to windows or any other flat surfaces without being seen. The film is similar to that of a window tint. Microwires transport the captured solar energy to the electric grid to be used for power. The graphene film has a minimum efficiency of 60%, meaning at least 60% of the energy it absorbs, it turns into electricity. The lifespan of this film is much longer than 15 years, and it only costs consumers $5,000 per roll, or a third of the cost of solar panels. Strategic partners. A possible relationship could be formed with window installation companies. These companies provide windows with the graphene solar window film already placed and could also provide installation services. Another strategic partner would be an installation company. Our company would provide the film product and the partner could provide installation services. That way, customers would receive both a product and a service. Market. The graphene solar window film would be a part of the solar panel market. The graphene solar window film company would aim to capture an estimated market share of 20%, or roughly $2.4 trillion. The window film could enter this market and achieve this capture rate because the solar power business is increasing in demand and the film is cheaper than solar panels. This company would target private clients and consumers. Competitors. Since we are targeting the solar power market, direct competitors would be the solar panel companies and manufacturers. Indirect competitors would include other types of power companies such as wind, water, nuclear, coal, oil, and fossil fuels.
Competitive advantage. Our solar film is a great alternative to traditional power sources because it is a sustainable source of energy. It also has an efficiency of over 3 times that of solar and costs at least 1/3 less to consumers. Costs. Our costs to produce this graphene solar window film include the graphene film material at $5 per kilogram. This cost becomes insignificant when considering a roll of 100 feet. We also use a nickel microwire, which costs 40 cents per roll. The adhesive needed would cost almost $100 per roll, and there would be $500 in overall manufacturing costs. Total, we will be paying just under $1,000 per roll, but selling them for $5,000 per roll.
Financial projections. Our assumptions are as follows. Research and development will be the bulk of our first 6 months. During this period of R&D, no profits will be made as the manufacturing process is being developed and streamlined. The total U.S. market size remains or grows from the same $12 trillion over our 5-year projection. For the first 6 months, we will have no customers. Then, month 7, begin to gather orders from the local customer base. At month 9, we will expand our labor force and production capacity to keep up with the expanding customer base and begin gearing towards moving into an interstate market. All salaries are based off a $10 per hour rate. The cash available within the first 9 months will be the excess after expenses from the startup loan. The startup loan needed for our business will be $750,000. which we anticipate being able to pay back within the first year after startup. One assumption made in our calculations is that rent costs are proportionate to rental space, which will be directly proportional to our production capacities. This means that as our rent goes up, our facility size and production capacity increases proportionally, as will our sales. By the end of year 5, we aim to have the facilities, labor forces, and customer base to capture 20% of the entire U.S. market. Our production is to be made on a per order basis. An inventory balance of $0 will be kept at all times throughout our projections. During the first year, we expect to enter the market slowly. In the first 6 months, we will concentrate solely on building the product and business. At month 7, the graphene window solar film will officially enter the market with a low number of sales. Sales will pick up and continually increase starting at quarter 1 in year 2. The income statement shows trends in gross revenue based on seasonal sales. We expect to have higher sales in the warmer months, quarters 2 and 3, and reduced sales in the colder months, quarters 1 and 4. The even point, or point where positive profit are begin to be made, occurs around quarter 4 in year 1 when profits exceed expenses. This chart demonstrates how quickly we intend to expand our sales. At year 2, our business will really take off with the growth of customers and soon national markets.
Assets include all proprietary information associated with our product, as well as the equipment necessary to build it. Equipment will be purchased in the first month of year 1. Equipment costs will be $5,000 per machine, and we will purchase 3 of them throughout the first 5 years. Inventory will gradually increase as demand for the product increases so that the demands may be met when needed. However, this inventory will remain relatively low because the graphene solar film will be made to order, allowing us to forego holding costs of immense amounts of inventory.
As witnessed by the cash flow data, positive cash flow will be experienced midway through year 3 when sales take off and startup expenses are paid off.
Usage of funds. The initial capital needs are around $250,000. These funds would be directed largely towards salaries so that advertising gets the product on the market and gains buyers' recognition so that incoming orders may be filled. This number is relatively high because this is a completely new startup business in a relatively newer market. Once the product gains more recognition, sales are expected to dramatically increase in this increasing market of solar and sustainable power. Research and development only require a small amount of funds because we expect the development process to go easily and smoothly, therefore it would require less time and less money. Payment of salaries consumes a majority of the usage of funds because of labor, production, and marketing requirements. Will consistently play a large role in bringing market share and competing sales revenue. Cost of goods sold is the second largest portion of the usage of funds due to restocking the warehouse with supplies to fill orders. The remaining amount of funds go towards rent of the warehouse and for warehouse upgrades that are needed as the business increases. In summary, our graphene solar window film is a much better alternative to solar panels currently being used. Our product is much more efficient, has a longer lifetime, and is at least 1/3 less expensive. Our production cost to produce the film is relatively low, and since our selling price is 5 times the cost of production, our profit margin per roll is very high. Based on our manufacturing plan, we intend to make high amounts of profit beginning in year 2.